Hello everyone, it's Drac once again here with another project. So today I will be working on the laser rifle project, and starting off, what you see here is the circuit diagram for the battery, let's say, interaction before the rest of the stuff. It's mostly plug and play, but I do need to make one custom circuit board because I've got 3 separate batteries, 1, 2, and 3. They're all the same voltage, so it's not a big deal. They're each gonna have their own switch with a little indicator LED to go along with it. Technically, the resistor should be 780 ohms, but the closest I have is 1 kilo ohm, and that works just fine. These don't need to be super bright anyways, so it works out. And obviously they are parallel. So I can do 1 battery, 2, 3 at once, and it's no big deal. They all are using these lithium polymer T connectors, because that's just the kind of battery cells I had laying around, although they might be kind of small for this project, but I don't know, we'll see. It should work just fine. Then all that leads into really this whole thing here. I just got a pre-made inverter, which includes its own power switch, so it's not a big deal. Transformer, blah blah blah, circuitry, grounding, and then all that leads into the laser control circuit, and then the actual laser itself, and that comes later. For now, I just need to build the circuit. To assemble the circuit board, I'm going to use a technique I found on YouTube. I'm just going to kind of when everyone else does it, it works. It is just I'm not throwing it hard enough. Nah, I guess I have to do the seal. There we go. With the power of editing. Wah. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go over the things I've purchased and sort of what led me to the, why I've done what I've done. So first is the power inverter. It's 500 watts, pretty basic, pretty simple, 2 outlets with some accessory outlets for whatever else I might need, whatever that could be. It's a 50-watt laser, so this should be more than enough power, even if the laser itself is not a super efficient in the power supply. Like, this allows for it to be like 10% efficient and still have enough power. Also just kind of like the design of this. Anyways, I went with 50 watt because 60 watt is like a huge leap in cost for some reason. So this is affordable while still being pretty high power. And then this is just whatever I found. It can handle up to 60 watts, so it should handle the 50 watt no problem. Should be just fine. But yeah, that's my choice of parts. How I'll actually assemble all of it into a rifle is a whole other thing. Alright, everything's hooked up. The power supply connected to mains, connected to the laser. In theory, if I push the test button, okay, I need to put some wood behind that. Actually, no, that won't do. Let me just scooch that aside. Honestly, I can smell the burnt. Not too bright though. Grab this big old big cardboard box. Now if I push and hold. Look at that, just a solid line right through. Oh, it's so cool. Oh my god. Oh, fire. Actual fire. Holy shit. Let me grab an amp meter so I can measure the current. Alright, let's see. That's 20 milliamps. That's not that much, actually. With the, yeah, it says 15 milliamps, so sure enough. I guess it's just not firing at full power. Glad I opened the garage. Yeah, wow. I gotta keep an eye on those ambers, make sure a fire doesn't start. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, that's a lot of smoke. Oh, shit, give me. Fire's out. It's now going into styrofoam and then a metal box. So, that should. Yeah, maybe no. Maybe that's not. That's not an improvement. Alright, straight into the metal. How do you do? Let's see. I burnt off the paint, but it didn't go through the metal, so that's good. Holy shit, there's plasma in there. It's supposed to water cool the laser, but as long as I don't use it much, it should be fine. And, yeah. Holy shit. With it assembled, I now need to figure out what to do with the excess. The first thought was some sort of rail like you have on other sorts of guns. Not exactly sure what kind of accessories. Yeah, no idea. Then I need a handlebar. And then I've got same kind of trigger I've got on the pistols. Then security switch, yada yada yada. I need to modify this so that the test button applies to the whatever. Anyways, one thing at a time. So the easiest thing would just be to shred these down and then forget about it, but sure, to be honest. So I've decided to keep these two for a brace, and then the front two for either an aiming laser, which I know was ironic, or some kind of mounting something. Either way, the rest of these, chop chop. Well, that's one side done. The angle grinder seems to be kicking a few sparks that are, yeah, it smells like burnt flesh in here. I can't imagine why. Also got this, I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, but I can take off the duct tape, and it's PVC, and that's a good material for stuff. Now that I've gotten this apart, I remember what this was. So this bunch of sponges you'd soak in alcohol, and then ignite it, and that would like shoot out a projectile. I think it was supposed to be like a potato cannon that I never finished. So that's an interesting relic of this, of the past. Right, well, time to make this viable as a handlebar. Alright, now we got a handle. The screws even compressed it a little bit, so it's a bit more flat, so that kind of worked out. Still have access to the electrical terminals, just barely. It's a bit of a tight fit, but I've worked with worse. Now I just need to get this on the actual body, and then whatever's next. Alright, I've got a handle, and this is covering some sharp point. Actually, yeah, I should probably cut that too. And I've got a brace, so I don't like how wobbly that is. I'm gonna... Anyways, so now I've got the power supply and the various switches and wiring to add, which is... Alright, so for switches, I have not just the trigger, but these three activation switches and this key. Basically, this comes out and it's attached to a little hook so that it can be kept elsewhere. But just one more thing, then the bank of switches, and then power. I've mounted a couple of brackets, got the power supply up in there, and despite how it might look, it's actually quite stable. This is cracked here, but the other 3 points are perfectly fine, so as long as it holds. Like that, the wiring's finished. I just need to hook it up to the terminal and hot glue all the connections so they aren't live, so I don't shock myself touching things. Terminal's installed. It's really freaking annoying for some reason. I don't know why. It sucks so much. I've also got the anode and cathode connected, which leaves the test button. I need that permanently pressed. So supplying the box with power means that the laser will just fire. I've tried a few things. I've tried this double screw connected thing, but it doesn't really hold itself. I've got this screwed in thing with a push. I might just, at this point, try to just straight up hot glue the button and see if it holds. Alright, so I did just go ahead and hot glue it. It seems to be holding. Ooh, we can only hope. At this point, the physical build is complete. The wiring is complete. I just need to make it look nice and test it. So, oh boy, I'm nervous. All right, she's plugged in. Here we go. Safety. In. Power switches. On. On. Trigger held. Target seen. 1, 2, 3. Well, didn't blow up. But it's... oh boy. So it's... the box has power. The laser does not. So I'm guessing... oh boy. Either the button isn't pressed or... the anode and or cathode are not properly connected. So I'm going to go ahead and lock the handle. Let's find something. Here we go. Push the button. Oh. Oh, that's not good. We're getting close. Well, here's to hoping this little setup works. I've got no idea. Alright, try 2. Boop, boop, boop. Weird. Where are you? There you are. Yes! Yes, okay. Move the solar away. Right. Yes! 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 But we've got it done. I just need to decorate it, which is going to be a combination of cable management and the radiator and whatever else, but gonna make sure it's working. Alright, I got this AC radiator from an old job when I worked as a car dismantler. So I'm gonna cut off a chunk of it. That should be a good piece of protection and decorum. I think it looks pretty good. I think it'll look cool. That wasn't too bad. It's not a perfect cut, but neither is the rest of this project. So should go on really easily. Just need a way to tie it down. And I've got that too, which I guess can be a side of some kind. First idea is to use these, which will basically sit on these connecting points and hook straight into the radiator. So that should give it the extra height it needs to actually sit on top. It should be nice and secure, not too hard. So we'll see how it goes. Well, the screws went through the aluminum quite well, but this isn't quite enough height to get over, so I'll need to do another sort of cross, but shouldn't be too hard. Well, not quite what I looked for, or was looking for. A lot of work to get this on, but recording, so I can't pick it up right now, but I can pick up the whole thing with the radiator. So, yeah. not bad. Went to a dollar store today, got some balloons, because, balloon, laser, it's obligatory. I also got this disco light, so I'm going to connect that, just so this has a little bit of lighting, just for fun. And, be right back. And there we have it. Good enough. A little bit of rainbow in the laser. I'll add more lighting another time if I feel like it, but for now, the gazer is ready.